Everyone, I'm Anton Webern. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to share a piece of music by one of my favorite composers, Anton Webern. I first remember hearing Webern's music live when I was in college and went to a performance of his 6 pieces for orchestra, Opus 6. I was instantly captivated by the sound world he was able to create, and I knew I wanted to explore that style in my own compositions, and his work has influenced me to this day. Now, Webern was a member of the Second Viennese School, along with Arnold, Schoenberg, and Alban, Berg, and throughout his life, he wrote a great deal of atonal music and explored the possibilities of the 12-tone technique. This intellectual approach to music might encourage a performer to be a little bit overly academic when interpreting his music. However, it's very important to note that Webern was a strong proponent for rubato, nuance, and lyricism when performing music. So when I sit down and try to perform the Variations for Piano, Opus 27, I hope to find this expression and romanticism in his notes, even though at first reading it might be a little bit of a more difficult harmonic language to digest. The piece itself is organized into 3 movements. The first movement explores primarily horizontal symmetry. For instance, when he writes something one way, he repeats it verbatim the opposite way. So I'll play the opening for it. Then he repeats it backwards, the same exact notes. Throughout the movement, Webern uses these palindromes to create his phrases and to create a sense of ebb and flow in the music that I hope to bring out as a performer. Now, in addition to this, he gives you changes in articulation and dynamic to really build excitement throughout the entire movement. The second movement has a little bit of a different approach to symmetry. In this movement, he explores vertical symmetry, taking everything and reflecting it around this axis of A440. For instance, the first note is B flat, a minor ninth above A natural, and the second note of the piece is G sharp, the minor ninth below A natural. So he's constantly flipping things and creating a canon about this central axis. The smoking gun in this is actually in the second measure. He repeats that A, which you can't really flip over the axis since it is the axis itself. The rest of the movement, however, constantly jumps back and forth in a very exciting scherzo, where I get to cross my hands over and over again and say a little prayer and hope that I land on the right note. The third movement of the piece now is a more obvious variation form, where Webern gives a really clear 12-tone row right up front. Now, when you listen to it, I would listen for how he takes this row and really develops it over time, increasing the drama with rhythmic and dynamic changes that really build the piece to a thrilling climax before a brief coda. Thank you very much again for watching, and I hope you enjoy Anton Webern's Variations for Piano, Opus 27.